A girl burned the Holy Quran live, but she never expected what happened next. That same night, she began hearing a voice, soft, echoing, beautiful, reciting verses she didn't even believe in. It continued for 7 nights straight. Terrified, confused, she searched everywhere, until her legs walked her to a mosque she once hated. What she found there, not anger, not revenge, but peace, kindness, humanity. And within 40 days, the same girl who burned the Quran shocked the world. This is the miracle of guidance. This is the miracle of Allah. She burned the Quran live, but Allah chose her for a miracle. Her name was Ava Thompson, a 27-year-old woman from Seattle, USA, who carried a heart full of anger shaped by wrong information, bad company, and years of consuming Islamophobic content that poisoned her mind until she believed Muslims were violent, dangerous, and somehow responsible for every problem in the world. In one reckless night, influenced by a group of hateful followers online, she did something she thought would make her feel powerful. She went live on her social media account, holding a copy of the Holy Quran, mocking it, laughing at it, insulting it, and finally setting its pages on fire in front of thousands of viewers. The comments section exploded instantly, some people cursing her with rage, some crying with heartbreak, some asking Allah to guide her, saying, "Ya Allah, show her the truth, give her hidayah." And among them were Muslim teenagers, mothers, scholars, and even reverts who once lived in darkness like her, folding their hands and whispering, "Oh Allah, guide her to your light just like you guided us." But Ava ended the live stream with a smirk, feeling she had proven a point. Yet she didn't know that this single act would change her life forever in a way she couldn't understand. That night, when she went to sleep, she was startled awake by a faint echo in her room, like a distant melody, a soft recitation, a voice she couldn't recognize. Calm, rhythmic, peaceful, beautiful. She froze, looking around the dark room, heart pounding, whispering, "Who's there?" But no one answered. Only the mysterious voice continued, rising and falling like waves of the ocean. And she tried covering her ears, turning on her speakers, checking her phone, her laptop, even unplugging every device. Yet the sound was not coming from outside. It felt like it was coming from inside her, like the voice was echoing directly in her chest. She spent the entire night confused and terrified, waiting for morning to come. And she convinced herself it must have been stress or lack of sleep. But the next night, it returned, the same recitation, the same melody, the same indescribable peace that made her heart tremble with fear and curiosity. By the third night, she couldn't sleep at all. She sat on her bed crying, whispering, "Why is this happening to me? Am I going crazy?" But deep inside, she knew this wasn't madness. This was something else, something unexplainable, something that didn't feel like her hatred anymore, something that softened her heart in a way she never expected. She tried searching online for explanations. Why do I hear voices at night? Scary dreams after burning, a holy book, Quran recitation, hallucination. But every search result only led her to clips of actual Quran recitations. And when she clicked them, the same melody filled her room, the same sound she heard in the night. And she froze as tears rolled down her cheeks because she realized, this is the sound I've been hearing. She listened to it again and again, unable to deny the calmness it brought her, unable to deny that something about it touched a place deep inside that she didn't know existed. For 7 nights straight she heard it, and by the end of the week, the anger inside her had melted into confusion, guilt, and a strange pull toward something she once hated, and she felt she needed answers. Real answers, not those from hateful pages, not from fear-filled voices who fed her lies. So one cold morning she put on a hoodie, pulled the strings tied around her face, and nervously walked down the street toward the mosque she had always avoided. She stood outside for 5 minutes, trembling, pacing, taking deep breaths, thinking of turning back, but something pushed her inside. She expected hostility. She expected people to stare, condemn her, throw her out, but instead a gentle old man at the door smiled warmly and said, "Peace be upon you, sister," in the softest voice she had ever heard. and she froze, confused by the kindness. Inside, she saw Muslim women chatting, children playing, people greeting each other with warmth and compassion she had never witnessed in her own life. One woman walked up to her, placed her hand on her arm, and said, "Are you okay? You look scared, come sit with us." And that simple gesture shattered every stereotype Ava had believed. She sat with them, trembling, expecting them to recognize her as the girl who burned the Quran. But even if they did, no one treated her harshly, no one glared, no one insulted her. They simply offered her water, a seat, and comfort. She whispered, "Can someone tell me, why do I hear Quran recitation every night?" And the women looked at her with surprise, then gentle smiles, and one replied, softly, "Sometimes Allah guides us in ways we cannot explain." And those words felt like a lightning bolt through her heart. For the next few weeks, Ava kept returning to the mosque secretly, asking questions, listening to lectures, reading translations, learning about Prophet Muhammad, PBUH, discovering Islam from Muslims instead of media. And the more she learned, the more she cried. Cried for her ignorance, cried for her hatred, cried for the moment she burned a book filled with the words of the one who created her. In those 40 days, her heart transformed completely. She felt peace she had never experienced. And on the 40th day, she walked into the same masjid where she first stepped in with fear, but this time with trembling excitement, tears in her eyes, and hope in her chest. She stood before the imam, surrounded by the same people who welcomed her, and said, "I bear witness that there is no God but Allah, and I bear witness that Muhammad is his messenger." The masjid erupted with smiles, takbirs, and embraces, and Ava cried like a child, feeling reborn, feeling clean, feeling loved by Allah in a way she never imagined. Later that evening, she turned on her camera, looked into the lens with tears in her eyes, and recorded a new live stream. Not one of hatred, but of repentance, truth, and transformation. She told the world, 40 days ago, I burned the Quran. Today, I hold it with love. I am Muslim. Overnight, her video went viral, not for hate, but for guidance, for hope, for mercy, for the miracle of hidayah. And people from all around the world commented, saying, "Allahuakbar. Welcome to Islam, sister. Allah guided you because people prayed for you." And Ava realized, the same book she once burned was the book that saved her life. The same religion she hated was the religion that healed her heart. And the same Muslims she feared became the reason she found peace, proving that Allah guides whom he wills in ways more mysterious and beautiful than we can ever imagine. White medium star, 1-minute viral hook, for real/short. Fire. A girl burned the Holy Quran live, but she never expected what happened next. That same night, she began hearing a voice, soft, echoing, beautiful, reciting verses she didn't even believe in. It continued for 7 nights straight. Terrified, confused, she searched everywhere until her legs walked her to a mosque she once hated. What she found there, not anger, not revenge, but peace, kindness, humanity. And within 40 days, the same girl who burned the Quran shocked the world. This is the miracle of guidance. This is the miracle of Allah. My dear brothers and sisters, if this story touched your heart, imagine how many more hearts we can touch together. Guidance is real. Miracles are real. And every share of these stories becomes a tzedakah that lasts beyond your lifetime. So if you believe that Allah can turn darkness into light, hit like, comment, Allah guides whom he wills, and subscribe to Deen in Minute for more emotional, life-changing Islamic stories. Let's spread the message of peace. Let's spread the beauty of Islam. May Allah guide us all. Ameen.